Your groceries didn't just get more expensive, they got smaller. Same box, same price, less inside. And they're betting you won't notice. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which products got hit, by how much, and the one trick that beats it every single time. This is called shrinkflation. The company keeps the same price, but quietly shrinks what's inside the package. A 16-ounce bag becomes 14 ounces. The box looks identical on the shelf. You grab it like always. You just paid the same money for less food. And honestly, that's the whole point. It works because we remember prices, but we don't remember exact sizes. Let me give you the real examples because this isn't theory. These are the products on the shelves right now. Charmin, their mega roll went from 264 sheets down to 242 sheets. The super mega roll dropped from 396 sheets to 363. Same price, that's about 8% less toilet paper for the same money. You're literally buying less paper to wipe with and paying the same. Reese's, this one bugs me. They've been quietly swapping out real ingredients on some of their products, the milk chocolate and peanut butter that made the brand, for cheaper substitute versions. The same wrapper, cheaper ingredients. That's a cousin of shrinkflation. They call skimpflation. They're not shrinking the size, but they're shrinking the quality. Paper towels. Viva cut their double rolls from 94 sheets down to 86. Scott's kept the sheet count the same, but made the paper itself thinner, about 20% less actual paper than it used to be. Same roll, less towel. Atkins protein bars. The old 5-pack is now a 4-pack. Same box size roughly, one less bar. Cereal boxes, trimmed by a few ounces across a bunch of brands. Prices held the same. Pasta sauce jars, less sauce in the same glass jar. Crackers, one popular brand, cut the contents by over 25%. A quarter of the box is gone. And here's the part that should bother you the most. None of this shows up clearly in the inflation numbers you hear about on the news. When they say inflation is cooling, that's the sticker price. It doesn't fully capture the fact that you're running out of stuff faster and going back to the store more often. Your real cost went up when the official number says things are calming down. So why do they do it this way instead of just raising the price? Because they've done the research. People react hard to a price going up. A box of cereal jumping from $4.99 to $5.99, you notice that. You might switch brands, but the same brand, $4.99 a box with 2 ounces quietly removed, almost nobody catches that. They're betting on you being too busy to do math in the cereal aisle, and most of the time, they win that bet. Here's who it hurts the most. If you've got a family, if you're buying this stuff every single week, these little cuts stack up fast. A few percent here, a quarter of a box there, every week, all year. For a working family, that adds up to real money. For somebody buying premium, organic, whatever, once a month, they barely feel it. Same as always. It hits the people buying the basics the hardest. Now here's the good news. There's one number that beats all of this, and it's printed right on the shelf tag, the unit price. It's a little number usually in the corner of the shelf tag that says price per ounce or price per sheet or price per pound, whatever the volume is. Not the big price, the small one. That number cuts through every trick they've got. They can shrink the box, change the count, mess with the packaging. The unit price still tells you the truth about what you're actually paying for the actual amount of product. So here's what I want you to do. Stop comparing the big prices. Start comparing the unit price. The store brand might look more expensive on the shelf and be cheaper per ounce. The bigger package might be a worse deal than the small one. You can't know any of that from the sticker price. You can only know it from the unit price. There's a couple more practical moves too. Watch for the packaging that suddenly looks brand new. When a product redesigns its box or bag for no obvious reason, that's very often when the size quietly changed. The new look distracts you from the new amount. Not always, but often enough to be suspicious. And honestly, buy the store brand more often than you do. The gap between the name brand and the store brand is mostly marketing. The store brand frequently comes out of the same exact factory. You're paying extra for the logo and the commercials. On a tight budget, that logo is a luxury you don't need. Here's where I'll land on this one. Nobody's going to protect you from this. The companies aren't going to advertise that they shrank you cereal. The government isn't tracking it in a way that helps you at the register. The only person looking out for your grocery budget is you, standing in that aisle, reading the unit price. It takes about 2 extra seconds per item, 2 seconds to not get played. That's the whole trick. If this was useful, subscribe. I do this kind of breakdown every week, and I'll see you in the next video.